Kumite, it's not all about striking, it's just as much about moving as anything else. So we're going to do a little bit of footwork. Okay? So James is going to hold a kamae, and for the moment he's just going to stay there. Okay? We're going to cater this for left and right-handed people. Okay? So we'll start with the basics of keeping one leg forward, then we'll start switching the stance around. So all this time, keep the guard high. Okay? We've got to bear in mind the distance. If we're a bit further away, I can afford to bring the guard down. If we're a bit closer, I can start bringing it to a traditional kamae. If we go a little bit closer into actual punching range, then we bring the guard up. So we're coming from a sort of higher traditional kamae from here. So what I'm thinking to start with is I want to focus on orbiting James. So in traditional Kumite, it was all about move sideways and then in. The problem with moving sideways is you are effectively moving further away from your partner. Okay? So you're moving, so come this way, so I'm moving out of orbit and then have to work to come back in again. Okay? Whereas if I orbit James, when I mean orbit, I mean I'm keeping the same distance, I'm just working my way around James. Okay? So we'll just start with that. So move the right foot to move to the right. The reason I'm moving with the right foot first is if I crossed over with the other foot, I've got a bad stance. Okay, it's not a great transition. So I'm taking the right foot across, then leading with the left foot. I'm shuffling. Okay, if I go back that way, the same idea. I lead with the left, then the right. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing coming this way and back. So just to start with, do that. So lead with either the right foot if I'm going right, or the left foot going left. Okay? Then we'll switch this round. So James and I will switch, and then we'll do the same thing. So I will lead with the back foot, then lead with the front foot, and then front foot and back. So understand what I mean by which foot I'm leading from. I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this. We're not line dancing. Okay? Then we come back. We'll build up on this. What we'll do then is learn how to move while switching the legs. Okay? So I'll move to the side, but I'll switch the legs. Then we'll come back, and then I can do the same this way. I'm switching the legs. Whatever foot's forwards, I'm switching as I orbit. Then I'll come back round, and switch, then we'll come back. Okay? Then I'll get Sensei Greg to do a session where we'll then look at coming off at an angle. Okay, so we can look at moving the back leg round. So we're not breaking the rules because it's maintaining the back leg. So we move the back leg so we can catch people at angles. So then we're not coming out of orbit, we're still keeping the orbit, but I'm getting a slightly different tactic here. Okay? So start with orbit your partner, then switching the feet, switching the feet, switching the feet, switching the feet. If you're happy with that, then start adding counters. Then come back round to the front, then come round the back and counter. Then when you switch legs, same thing, counter, then back, then switch legs and counter. Okay? Then we can start looking into how you attack as you move. So you could step and strike, then step off. Step and strike, then step off. Okay? We'll start basics. Okay? With your partners, let's have a look.